Hello, we are live on Facebook. I'm not using StreamYard today because I want to share my screen and I want to draw a model specifically to chat about everything that we're doing in the online space for clients. So I want to say thank you. Thank you. This is not your general coffee with Cody. This is something a little bit different where I'm going to be talking today about really the StudioPTBO model while it's fresh in my head. Hope you're staying safe with there. Hope you had a great weekend. If you're with me and you're excited to chat a little bit about the StudioPTBO model, excited to see what that is, throw a one in the comment section below. Let me know you're with me. I can see that I'm live on Facebook. Zoom has this really weird delay that other platforms don't have. So I haven't used Zoom in a little while, but today I want to share my iPad screen and go through some stuff with you. So that's part of the reason why I am on Zoom. I'm going to share this inside of our marketing and mindset and business secrets Facebook group. So just give me 1 second there. It looks like we're good to go there. We're chatting about the StudioPTBO model today. If you had a great weekend, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know that you had a great weekend. I did a little bit of rest and relaxation. And I just got off a call today with our team. It was a 2-hour call. What we really did is we really unpacked to our entire team how everything that we're doing for clients to help them build, grow, and scale online really all plays together. And that's really what I want to focus on today. And that's really what I want to help you understand on a deeper level, essentially how this StudioPTBO model works. We're going to be having a lot of different different diagrams and different marketing collateral to better explain how everything plays together. But this is called the StudioPTBO model. This is something we worked on over the last couple of weeks to really, and you might have seen this in other variations over the last little while, but today really the purpose is to kind of show you how you attract, how you nurture, and how you convert new customers. And that's really the training I'm going to be doing today. So hope you had a great weekend. And today we are going to chat about this. So I am going to first and foremost share my screen. So just bear with me really quickly here. And I should be sharing my screen here. If you can see my screen, give me a 1 in the comment section below that you can see my screen. Fingers crossed that you can. If you can't, then let me know. I'm trying to keep track here, but it's kind of difficult to know whether or not what's happening and what's not happening properly. So really today, what I want to go through is everything that we are really building out and trying to do a better job at explaining how we help clients in the online space, because I think it's super, super interesting when you chat with clients and you specifically chat with them about how to grow their business. A lot of people don't understand the key core principles and the key concepts. So really today, what I want to do is explain to you how this is working and how everything works in tandem. So I am going to double check here and just make sure that my screen is being shared. Yep. Okay. I can see my screen. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. I'm trying to monitor the comments and going to be this is going to be interesting. So we're going to try to make this work. So really, whenever we work with clients, the first thing that we really focus on, and forgive my drawing abilities. We went through this today, and we had a bunch of people on our team trying to draw this model with a pen and paper, and it was interesting. But I have it in front of me, so I have like kind of a cheat sheet in front of me that I'm going to try to draw and really try to understand this model and how this works. So when we work with clients, we have a lot of clients that will come to us because they're looking for a website, or looking for graphic design, or looking for video, or maybe they're looking for ads. And they have a good concept and a good understanding that they have a marketing problem. And maybe you as an entrepreneur understand that it's like, hey, I just need more awareness, or I need more, visibility. And a lot of times what happens is when clients come to us, they come to us for one specific thing, but they don't know the holistic model that can actually help them get growth inside their business. And I don't know about you, but have you ever really felt like just stuck where it's like, well, what's the next step in the growth of my business, and how do I get to this next level? And I know I felt that for a long time, and it was through models that really helped me understand on a deeper level. One of the model being Alex Sharpen's 5 functions of growing business: lead generation, lead nurture, conversion, delivery, retention, resell, upsell, all things we chat about. But what we've really been on a mission to do over the last little while is help entrepreneurs understand how to actually generate more business, and what are the steps that they need to do, and what are the steps that we're doing with our current clients that are actually helping them generate more business and generate more revenue inside their business faster. And that's really what this model is meant to do. Is it's meant to give you sustainable growth, but it's also meant to really help you understand the key functions that you need to implement in your business, whether it be with us or whether it be with somebody. Really, the goal for today's conversation is to really help you understand how everything in the marketing world plays in together. So the first step that I want to do is I want to draw 3 circles here. So again, forgive my drawing. That's a little too big. So we have 3 circles here, and we literally spent, I think we spent a couple hours on, like, we spent actually a full day, a couple hours a day going through with our team. But this is the model here. So this is kind of the start of the model. Now I'm going to grab a different pen here, grab a red one. And really what we've come to realize as a business, and what I've come to realize through talking to entrepreneurs and working with entrepreneurs, is at the epicenter of everything that we do and every entrepreneur we've chatted with, the purpose that entrepreneurs generally come to us is they want growth. So that's a little too big. So let's grab this one. They want growth. So at the core of what entrepreneurs are looking for is they're looking for growth inside their business. They want to grow something. And really what I've come to learn over the last little while is at that epicenter of that growth. And that's really, again, when clients come to us and they want us to run ads and do all these things, is at the core, it's like we want to either grow personally or we want to grow professionally, which is part of the reason why my mission really at the center is to help passionate, energetic entrepreneurs, business coaches, consultants selling high ticket programs to help them build, grow, and scale their business online. Because I know that at the epicenter of growth, really kind of the promises and what I've found over the last little while, there are 3 things that really drive entrepreneurs. The first one being money. And it's not holistically, it's not necessarily, and it was really interesting. I was chatting I was on a call today with our business developer, your entire team. We're chatting about money, and really entrepreneurs, it's not necessarily the money, but it's what the money can do and the impact that the money can have. It's that money, maybe it's hiring more people, or maybe it's taking your family on a vacation. It's like really at the end of the day, it's like when you experience growth inside your business, it gives you more money. And the more money you have, the more impact you can have. And that's really kind of at the epicenter, the reasoning behind the more money. It's whether taking your kids on vacation or giving them a better Christmas, or maybe not traveling right now, but when this whole pandemic is over, maybe it's traveling more. It's what the things that money can actually help you buy. At the other epicenter, and this is something, for people that have followed me over the last little while, is this idea of purpose. And it's really interesting. We wrote inside of our book, I'll tell you the title now, since we're talking about the StudioPTBO model. The book that's coming out, going to be coming out probably Q2, like end of Q1, end of Q2, beginning of Q2. The book is called What If You Could? And really the meaning behind the book, kind of the subtitle is the mindset and business blueprint for your life of purpose. And for me, and I know I've chatted with so many entrepreneurs over the last little while, for me, this idea of purpose is created. And it's like when you experience growth and you get more money, it's like you have this sense of purpose of like, I want to create more. It's like I have more money, and it's giving me this innate sense of purpose that essentially allows me to do more. And really, that's what entrepreneurship has done for me. It's given me this sense of purpose that allows me to create something, that allows me to go out every day to impact more people, to impact more entrepreneurs. But moreover, have a larger impact with my team. And it's like everything I do on a daily basis for my team gives me this innate sense of purpose. And when I chat with passionate and energetic entrepreneurs, at the core of what they want is really this feeling of purpose, this feeling of fulfillment. And I really feel like a lot of this is defined within the context of growth. The more that you understand what you're after, generally in regards to business, is like when you experience growth, it's like, okay, my business is growing. I'm feeling this larger sense of purpose, larger sense of doing, and it's just this larger impact. And I think purpose and impact and money and impact, everything really comes with impact and growth. Everything kind of comes together. And really, for me, at the center of everything, growth gives us opportunity as entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs, the more growth we have, the more money we have. It obviously gives us this innate sense of purpose. But really, at the epicenter of everything comes an opportunity. It's like the more money I have, the more I can reinvest, either back into my team, or I can reinvest it back into coaching, or I can maybe take my team or my family on a vacation, like I mentioned earlier. The more growth we experience with inside of our businesses, the more opportunity we have. So if you're following me, I have a couple people on the live, you follow me. If all this is making sense so far, if you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're just watching, if all this makes sense so far, throw a 2 in the comment section below, because I would love to know whether or not people are following me within this model. But what I've come to learn over the last couple of years is that, as we experience growth, the more growth we experience, the more money we make, the more just this innate sense of purpose, this altruistic, reason of getting up every day. And then just like, the growth gives us more opportunity, gives us more leverage to actually do the things that we want to do, whether that be having an ability to travel more, whether that, having an opportunity to invest back into coaching, to continue to grow. All of these things, are at the epicenter of everything that we're looking to work with in the clients we're working with. Like, the clients we're working with are passionate, they're energetic, they're driven, they're vibrant, they live vibrant lives. And it's like, they just want to go to that next level, their growth mindset. And if you're an entrepreneur listening back to the replay, or you're an entrepreneur listening to this right now, what I've come to realize over the last couple of years is really, there's 3 ways to do this. There are 3 ways to experience growth, to get more money, more purpose, more opportunity. And I call this how we attract, how we nurture, and then how we convert. And you might be watching this video right now, or watching back to the replay, or listening back to the replay, and be like, well, what does that mean? And the importance that I find with the attract element is, if you're not attracting, new business on a daily basis, or you don't have a system that is working for you on autopilot, what ends up happening is you end up having no audience. So you have no email list, you have no social followers, you have no way of getting in front of your ideal customer. If you can't attract new potential business, you have no audience, which is a really big issue. And to further to that is, if you can't nurture, you have no sustainable growth, because you need a pipeline. So without nurturing, there's no pipeline. The pipeline essentially just dries up, and you rely solely on whether it be referrals. And it's so interesting. I posted this the other day. As Russell Brunson says, I'm going to probably butcher this. I'm actually going to see if I can find this quote. I posted it yesterday. Waiting for people to come to you is not a strategy. And really, a lot of what we're doing in the online space has to do with nurturing, has to do with traffic. Is you need to find a way to generate traffic, and whether that be a referral strategy, whether that and this isn't a conversation about traffic. This is more of a conversation about the overarching understanding that you need to be nurturing your prospects, whether it be through daily content or email. We'll get into all of that. But if you can't convert, the last thing is, if you can't convert, what do you have? You have no sales, which is a really big issue. If you have no sales, you have no business. And if you have no sales, you can't grow. You don't have more money. It's difficult to find purpose when you're not making money, because you can't do anything. You're not creating anything. And I believe that purpose is created, and opportunity is difficult without growth and without money as well. So you have no sales if you can't convert. So I have found over the last little while that this model has really helped our salespeople and our entire company to better understand how all of our services play together, and how we can help. And how we help entrepreneurs. And if you're listening back to this, if you're a passionate, energetic entrepreneur, for example, we're working with like a high ticket food company that we added $40,000 in revenue in 1 month into their business. And there are so many things that are happening on the back end of when people understand how attract, nurture, convert actually works. And I encourage you, even if you're not in the high ticket program, I encourage you to really map out a strategy for how you're going to attract new business, how you're going to nurture that business, and how you're going to get to them to the point of conversion. Because when you can map out every single element of what that looks like inside your business, then you have the ability more than anything to actually drive that innate sense of growth and that innate sense of purpose and opportunity, and drive more money inside your business. And this, I hope this framework helps you, is whether you decide to work with us or whether you decide to go and try to implement this yourself. I hope that this model really helps you, give you the blueprint to help you understand that this is the blueprint for growth. So really within that, what we're doing, so let me erase this and let me just put I'll just put no sales pipeline here. Because what I want to help you understand now within our agency is what we're doing. Because I have a lot of people asking me, well, like, how are you actually generating new business for clients? And I want to go through that. Man, my drawing is terrible. We should have somebody else do this. So we'll try that. So really within this, when we focus on the StudioPTBO model and everything that we're doing, the first thing that we're doing is ads and funnels. So inside of this, what we're doing is we're generating new business, or we're attracting new business for clients on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, YouTube. We're generating what we call traffic, or we're generating leads on these platforms. So that's one element to actually attract. The next element is we build functional websites that actually generate new business. So and I chatted about this a little while back, is this idea that your website, we chat about this all the time, your website is your mothership. And I think that's so important to think about that. But ultimately, your website should be generating you new business as well. So the advantage of working with a company like ours, specifically around building a website, is we're probably going to talk to you about this model to help you better understand everything that you might potentially need down the road in order to continue to experience sustainable growth inside your business and actually close sales. The other element with that is, with websites, is we think from a marketer's perspective. It's like, what is your offer going to be? What is the journey? Is your website actually converting organic traffic? Are you actually getting people to sign up to your newsletter? Are you getting people to sign up to your offer? What is your offer? Who is your target audience? All these things we care about through the StudioPTBO model, even with building a website. We have a totally separate framework for building websites, and we have a totally separate framework for building out ads for our clients. But this is kind of the holistic view that all of these things, they all intertwine. So building websites, building your foundation, that key for credibility. When somebody lands on your website, if you ever want to pitch for PR in order to help you build your credibility online, you need a solid website that actually explains you fluently what you do. And the third thing is building authority / social proof. This is massive. So a lot of what we're doing inside of this model is, the online space is so different than a referral. Like, a referral is amazing, and I absolutely love referrals. And we started a referral program specifically to help us drive more business. And that's just I just think that's one strategy of many. It's like, what you really need is, you need a system that works on autopilot for you. And really, this is what we've done, is we've created an entire system that works on autopilot that is predictable and scalable, which is really what you need. You need something that's predictable and scalable in order to grow. This is something what we learn. We're constantly refining this for our clients. So building authority and social proof in the online space, this could be, for example, it could be video content. This could be graphic design. This could be just publishing, like just even like doing something every single day online, like posting every day online, like publishing. This could be, having a PR strategy. This could be asking for video testimonials. Really, this is everything. Having social proof, having, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, all of these things go in towards attracting new business. And that's really kind of the core fundamental behind the StudioPTBO model, is we want to create something. We want to create a propaganda machine that works for you to attract business on autopilot, whether that be through ads, whether that be through organic traffic landing on your site that actually converts into an offer, whether that be your offer specifically generating revenue or generating traffic through social proof, whether that be you have a PR strategy or Google or Facebook review. We want everything to work on the attract side. The next element that I want to go through with you really quickly here, and I know I'm running out of space here at the bottom. So I'm going to write this here. What is happening here? So the next step is the nurture. And I've recorded videos around this before, and I'm just going to put no sales down here because that's essentially if you can't attract, you have no audience rather. That's I already put no sales. So no audience. So what we're doing within nurture, when we get to the nurture element, is what we want to do is we want to actually nurture them with two-way texting. So we have a system called the StudioPTBO software that essentially allows you to actually nurture your leads and actually send out text messages. And I've done quite a bit of training on that over the last little while. But the other element is email. We're constantly emailing our list because we want to be, and we're going to get into this, we want to be omnipresent online. We want to reach people where they're at, and we want to make sure that we're constantly having an ongoing conversation back and forth with them and consistently providing value. And how we could do that is through two-way texting and through email. Another element in here could be a Facebook group, and we chat a little bit about that in another model that we have, but just for the purpose of today's model, again, focus on two-way texting and email. The next thing that I want to focus on, I want to chat a little bit about, is our StudioPTBO call center. So how the call center works is we want to, a call center both nurtures and converts booked appointments, but the element of this human touch that is converting at a higher level, because that StudioPTBO call center, we're sending out not only automated text messages, we're also sending out manual person, like a person sitting behind a computer and actually nurturing your leads for you. We know that your focus is on growth, like you want to grow your business. And again, really where you come in is the conversion side of things, like actually, doing your sales process. But within that, within the StudioPTBO call center, we're creating that human element, that human touch, that human call that essentially is getting people into a booked appointment. And now the really interesting thing about this is, and something I've come to learn over the last while, and it was so interesting. I was on a conversation. We were on a call today with our team, and I was chatting with Camila, and Camila is one of our leads here at StudioPTBO with the call center. And we're chatting with her about how when somebody signs up for something, they want to know if you have very little social proof, meaning like you haven't really got any PR elements. That person on the other end might sign up for it, but might not convert because you haven't built enough credibility in the online space. And even with credibility in the online space, it's also hard to know is like, well, can I trust this person? So what that extra human touch point does is it helps to convert at a higher level. It helps to convert more appointments because they can answer any of the questions that the person might have prior to getting them on that phone call. So that's something super important. Something we're really focused on is the StudioPTBO call center. And the last thing within nurture is retargeting. And inside of here, we want to be omnipresent online. And the reason we want to be omnipresent online is, some of our clients, what they'll do is they'll maybe start out on a platform. They'll start out on Facebook and Instagram, and they'll graduate towards doing Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and maybe they'll add LinkedIn. And I've been fairly bullish about LinkedIn. So if you're in the B2B space, you should be on LinkedIn. We are generating some really great results on LinkedIn. The cost, if your offer is really great, the costs aren't too much higher than a quality Facebook lead, for example. We're finding almost all LinkedIn leads are fairly quality because they are coming from LinkedIn and they're booking in for appointments. So if you're in the B2B space, I highly implore you to be running LinkedIn ads. It's something that we are really focused on in-mail ads, really focused on retargeting. A lot of the principles that we apply on Facebook are now being applied on LinkedIn as well, and they've always been applied on Google and YouTube. But retargeting and omnipresent online is one of the other focuses that we've been having for the year. It's something that we're really focused on. Last thing I want to get to is convert. So, like we chatted about, the reason behind the importance for convert is if you can't convert, you have no sales. And this is something I'm constantly working with the clients that we have to help them better their sales process. It's why I'm constantly putting out content, because no amount of marketing can fix a broken sales process. Like, we get them to the point of appointment, and then your sales process takes over, because we specifically work with clients that are selling high ticket. So The important thing to remember and how we can help you with conversion, obviously, is the call center. So the call center sits inside of Studio PTBO call center sits inside of Convert because we actually generate the appointment. So we call them, we qualify them, we ask them a series of generally anywhere between 4 to 8 questions, and then we book them in for an appointment for you, so that you know that you're getting a qualified lead on. You're getting a qualified lead. Give you an example. We have a client literally had zero. They're a CPA firm. They had zero social proof, like nothing online. And in the first month, they attracted a potential $60 to $100,000 per year client online through the call center. That lead didn't book in automated. It didn't go through that way. They booked in because of the call center. So call center is a great way to, get, somebody, they work for Studio PTBO, get somebody on the phone and actually convert them into a booked appointment. So the call center is a really, really big key for us in conversion. Obviously, we have automated funnels that book in appointments. And generally what we'll do with these automated funnels is we'll ask, about 2 to 3 questions to get them before they book in, to make sure you're getting quality booked appointments is something important to us. And we have that constant feedback that's happening within with our account managers. It's like, are these quality appointments? If they're not, okay, maybe we need to change something. For example, we were working with a CPA firm, and they were actually getting other CPA firms signing up for their offer. So we created a disqualified question that eliminated that, to make sure that their booked appointments were actually legitimate booked appointments. So that would be another thing I would say. Automated funnels are important. And the last thing that I want to focus on today is just our software. I recorded a video a little while ago about the Studio PTBO software. I think this is amazing. The Studio PTBO software ties into the website here. So it ties in here because we the thing that I'm most excited about is a function called web chat. And I recorded a video about this last week about this idea that when somebody lands on your website, with the web chat function and with the software, we can actually convert somebody to a lead like that. Because as soon as they ask a question on the website, say for example, that little bubble will pop up, they will ask their question. And most softwares, how they work, or most web chat softwares, is as soon as that person leaves the website, you've lost that potential lead. Ours is SMS driven. So what that means is somebody asks the question, it goes into our Studio PTBO software, and you can conversate with the person back and forth. So it creates that conversion right away, in the sense of like, you've now converted a traffic, or like somebody that is landed on the website, into a lead, because now you have their cell phone number. So text has been a really big focus for us. Studio PTBO software is powered by SMS, powered by text. So it's a really, really cool thing when you land on our website. And really, today, the purpose of this video was to really help you understand the model that you should be implementing inside your business. You should have a plan for how are you going to attract, how are you going to nurture, how are you going to convert leads to customers. And this has been a really big focus for us. And I highly implore you to sit down and think about, how am I attracting leads? Like, what am I doing to attract new business? Do I have one strategy, or do I have multiple strategies? You should have multiple strategies, or you should have something that works on autopilot for you, because as you grow, here, so let me grab this. As you grow, this is going to create different challenges inside your business. Alex Sharfin talks a lot about how, growth creates deficits. Which they absolutely do. And that's something I want to encourage you with today, is that as you grow, how are you going to deliver? If you have an automated system that works on the back end for you, it eliminates the manual task of having to constantly try to find new business. And within that, like, the other thing that I would mention, and what I want to essentially end today's conversation with the Studio PTBO model, is just a conversation around lifetime value. This is something I've been chatting a little bit about over the last couple of weeks. There's a guy named J.B. Abraham that talks a lot about lifetime value, and I've posted a little bit about this over the last little while. Is this idea that lifetime value allows you to understand how much you are willing to spend in order to acquire a new client. And it's a question we generally ask on every single discovery call that we do. It's like, if your lifetime value of your client is $100,000 a year, and you know that your average lifetime of a client is 5 to 10 years, then your lifetime value could be, if it's 100,000, it could be $500,000 to acquire one client. So would you be willing to spend $10,000 a month in order to acquire that client? I sure hope so. So you have to really look at refine, like, and we have a system, obviously, all put together, but really dive into, and this is the encouragement I want to give you, is really dive into what is my lifetime value of my client? What are the averages of the people that are staying with me? What can I do in order to increase that lifetime value? Is there something that I can give them? Is there something more of value that I can give them in order to keep them long-term? And that's really what I want to close up with today. I hope you got a lot of value out of today. If you're an entrepreneur, business coach, consultant that wants to generate 10 to 20 appointments every single month guaranteed, this is how we do it. This is the framework. This is what we're doing for clients across North America. Our team is growing globally, which is really cool. We're going to be authors, and I guess technically we are authors now, but waiting for the book to get published. My thing is just, I have this innate sense of longing to help more entrepreneurs. That's really the whole purpose of why I hopped on here today. This was fresh in my mind. It's just this idea that if you want to generate more booked appointments, this is our model. This is what we're doing. So if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, consultant, coach that is selling high ticket programs, services, products, throw growth in the comment section below, and I'll have somebody on our team reach out to you. I hope you have a great day. I hope you got a lot of value out of today. Whether you decide to work with us, whether you decide to implement this yourself, I highly implore you to think about, how am I attracting more business? How am I nurturing them? And what am I doing to get them to convert, to at least get on the phone with me? If you're selling high ticket, or what am I doing to convert them into a conversation with me? And then the last thing I want to bring up that I already mentioned was lifetime value. Really think about, how much could this potential client be worth to me over a 5 to 10 year window? And then you'll have a better understanding of what you can be willing to spend in order to acquire that client. That's what I wanted to close up with today. Hope you got a ton of value today. Hope you're staying safe out there. And we will chat with you soon. And have a wonderful day.